Ladies and gentlemen, Ailsa's going to give us a song here for the bride and groom.
It's for Craig, really. Craig South's favourite song.
Warren sighs and thrones I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune crimson by a star of hope she leaves him? Mean a cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benigns me. I'll ne'er blame my parcel fancy, Nathan could resist my Nancy, but to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved so blindly, had we never loved so kindly, never.
As I've always been fond of telling you, slow-growing trees bear the sweetest fruit, and there are none sweeter than you. You're everything a dad could wish a daughter to be, and your mum and I'll love you dearly. And luckily, you've even inherited the soothy sense of humour, something that will stand you in good stead and might save me a thumping after this speech.
Michael was, he says, in the party phase of his life, and he could never say no to a night out. Anna, aka Cupid, had been Georgie's friend since they were 5 years old, and fortuitously she also worked at AB10 with Michael at the time. And so, sensing a match, she introduced them. And she was absolutely correct with her hunch, as they spent the night dancing and getting to know one another, and later they exchanged phone numbers. Looking to the future, Georgie simply hopes to progress with their jobs, to have a little family, and just be happy growing old together. Michael, he finds the future exciting because he knows they have so much to look forward to. Over the next few years, he would love for them to share new and exciting experiences, explore places they've never been to before, and also happily, he also hopes to start their own family.
Unfortunately, there are some friends and family members that aren't here with us today. In particular, Georgie and I both had really close relationships with our grandparents, and throughout the venue there are wee reminders just to help us remember them. So before you leave today, please make sure you visit my... Before you leave today, make sure you visit my Grand Awati's garden plot, which is just through there. My dad's been growing succulents in the greenhouse for over the year, and we've also got through there Ina's kitchen table, which Hazel and Sheena have kindly baked some home goods on it. So as well as taking some succulents, make sure you visit the kitchen table before you go and stick in till you stick out.
I'd like to give special mention to my beautiful wife, Joyce, the mother of the bride, for her love and support of Georgie. She truly is the supreme example of a good and loving wife, as any daughter could wish for.
I, Michael Madden,
I, Michael Madden,
in the presence of my family and friends,
in the presence of my family and friends,
accept you, Georgie South, in marriage.
accept you, Georgie South, in marriage.
Michael, I give you this ring
Michael, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage
and as a symbol of my love
and a symbol of my love,
and
Love.
respect for you.
and respect for you.
As you have now both made a solemn and binding contract, and by virtue of these declarations made in my presence and in the presence of your witnesses and your guests, I have much pleasure in declaring you are now married, and you may kiss. Go for it, guys.
Georgie, I want to thank you for organising the best day of our lives. All the preparation, spreadsheets and meltdowns were worth it in the end. I know that I can always trust you to be there for me, to give me advice when I'm unsure, a reality check when I'm being arrogant, or a kick up the arse when I'm being grumpy. Now I'd like to take a moment to thank Georgie's bridesmaids, Bex, Kirsty, Amber, Laura and Megan, who I'm sure you all agree looked absolutely beautiful today. I want to thank them for all the support they've given Georgie, not just today, but throughout all the years they've known her. Greg, Alex, Josh, Lee, Caleb and Rowan, you've all done a great job today. Thanks for all your patience and support, even when I do go through some of my diva moments. But before I move on, I should warn you that Tillman suffers from performance issues, especially when he's put under pressure. He puts this down to his low blood sugar levels that in turn impact on his performance. So when he does start to yik yak, slur his words, and finishes the job in under a minute, please just nod and laugh. It'll make him feel much better. I'd like to turn everyone's attention to the gorgeous lady sat next to me today. I'm sure you'll all agree that she looks phenomenal. Georgie and I met in 2012 at Revolution Bar in Aberdeen. I was working in AB10 at the time and just starting college, and Georgie was working in the bank in Ellen. She hates to admit it, but I was actually on her radar way before then. She'd been stalking me on Facebook for ages. Now, I've been told that your aim in marriage should be to marry someone who is a better person than you. The idea being that if you surround yourself with better people, you will learn and you will grow. And without a doubt, I can say that I have married someone who is a kinder, more caring, and better person than me. And someone I know makes me a better person. You are my rock, and I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for keeping me grounded.
And here we are now at the Cathedral of Coos. Not a sister, best friend, or confidant we lose, but a brother we gain, a new life in our chain.
Everyone keeps saying to me today, oh, you'll be grand like your teacher. You speak in front of people all the time. The difference is I'm a maths teacher. And when I start talking, people sleep. Sorry, I actually printed out my whole speech on like 10 pages of paper. So if you're thinking this is going to be quick, you better settle in. Another defining feature of Mikey, and it's already been tapped on a few times, is his height. He always takes the opportunity to say 6 foot. Apparently 6'4" now. It was 6'2". Me and Greg came along and became 6'3". But the thing he didn't make clear was there are two separate measurements. Came back on this Friday night, went out for a night out with Mikey, Georgie, Tara, a few others. Had a great night out. I did my usual, came home, passed out on the bed, fully clothed, delighted in myself. Mikey found the strongest permanent marker pen known to man. He drew the biggest French moustache on my face, like a cartoon moustache. Went to bed that night, woke up the next morning, thought, great, I'll just scrub this thing right off. Nope. Got picked up by my principal teacher at the bus stop with a moustache on my face for my first week on placement in a new school. I had to teach in front of a class of teenagers with this ridiculous moustache, which was now bright red because I tried to clean it off so hard, to a chorus of, "Here, Mr. Tillman, what's on your face?" There's one thing that we can pick that we do have control over, and it's who you spend your life with. And you guys have chosen perfectly. I can't think of a better couple to have met each other and to, albeit it took 7 years, but I can't think of a better couple to have met each other and a better marriage, a better match. So I will say for one last time, so we can all get dancing, and we can watch Mikey do his dance. For one last time, can we be upstanding for the bride and groom, for the newlyweds, to Mr. and Mrs. Madden.
father of the bride, it's a pleasure to welcome and thank you all for coming to Georgie and Michael's wedding. That's George, Michael, wham the minute they met, and to wish you a very enjoyable day. And her early taste in boys was also a bit iffy. At the age of 11, she developed a worrying obsession with Gareth Gates, her bedroom walls festooned with his physique. And then a few years later, I came home early from work to find a pair of manky, high-tech boys trainers in our hallway. Georgie and her current mulatto up in her room are revising, as it were. Of course, too is not without his faults. The first time we ran him home from one of Georgie's work's do's, the bold and drunken Mikey seemed determined to vomit in the back of our parked car, rather in the car park. Me dragging him out while Joyce is giving it the poor Michael routine.
Mum and Dad, I'm pretty sure everyone in this room would like to let you know that you're incredibly lucky to have produced such a charming, handsome, charismatic, and of course, modest son. I hope you're both feeling relieved today. I may have not taken the traditional path, but I got there in the end. And now you don't have to worry about me. I'm Georgie's problem now.
And so what was the initial attraction for each of them? Well, Anna had cleverly piqued Georgie's interest by hinting to her friend that Michael was just a big flirt. Yeah. And so, when he offered Georgie a vodka orange and she noted that he was taller than her and with an okay face, she was happy to accept.